Hey, how's it going everyone? This is K Collections, and today I'll be doing a review on the Play Arts Guy Final Fantasy Dissidia Squall Leonhart from Final Fantasy VIII. Now this is the Dissidia design, not the original Final Fantasy VIII. And as always, here's the front of the box, side of the box, back of the box where it has all your promotional images of Squall, other side, top, bottom. And I did open this figure already, so there's no figure inside, but I would also like to show the window display, which looks awesome. And here's just the information that's provided on the box. Feel free to pause the video, read it if you'd like. And here's just another promotional image of Squall. This figure does come with two closed fist hands, and two trigger finger hands, both on the right hand though. I was hoping that it would give you a left hand one, but it's okay. As you can tell, the fingers are at a different angle. A left hand that's open palm. And lastly, another right hand to hold the gun blade at a different angle. And here is Squall's signature weapon, the Gunblade, a very unique weapon, and the sculpt work and paintwork for this weapon is very nice. First off, it's a very shiny metallic silver. Also, this symbol right here, I don't know what this is, if you guys could tell me. At first I thought it was a lion. Lion is the animal, I guess, symbol associated with Squall. Wolf being with Cloud, etc, etc. This symbol is sculpted on the weapon. So very nice. You could also rotate the pistol chamber, or ammo chamber, or I don't know what it's called. I'm not really familiar with my firearm terms. The trigger is very nice, but it's sculpted on. You can't pull it back or anything. And what I love most about this is that this hair is it's an actual chain. Unlike the Kingdom Hearts Play Arts Kai Keyblades, which is soft plastic, I really wish they would include a chain for the Keyblades. It's very nice to see that Square Enix put an actual chain on this gunblade. Huge plus here, and here's the lion symbol I was talking about. And finally, here's the figure. I've got to say, this figure looks awesome. Very detailed, and as far as paintwork goes, I haven't found any issue, which is unusual because most Play Arts Kai, especially the ones I bought, have a lot of paint issues, either paint bleeds, paint chips, or splashes all around. For this, it's almost perfect. So let's talk about the details first, starting with his head. The scar on his face is actually sculpted on, not just painted. Beautiful coloring on his eyes, nice blue. The lower portion of his hair is soft plastic. And here's just a 360 look of his head. One issue that you may find is that you actually some gapping on the neck, which could be an issue if you're looking at this figure from the side. But other than that, very nice. Moving on to his upper body, his jacket is a soft plastic, as well as the furs on his coat. Now this necklace piece is sculpted on, and it's similar to the Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora figure, but unlike the Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora figure that I own, there isn't any paint issues, no paint bleeds whatsoever. Very nice. Let me focus my camera so you can see a bit better. There we go. His signature lion symbol. Very detailed. Nice metallic silver. His zippers are also painted with metallic silver. Again, very great attention to detail. Here's the back of the figure. And what you'll notice are some dirt effects on this figure, which I like it. Squall is a military member, or SEAD member, who specialize in special tasks and missions. So you expect him to get some dirt on his clothing, and it's all around his body, even his pants and his boots. So again, very good that, very nice that Square Enix put some, nice detailing on it. More silver on some of the buttons. Now, looking at his torso, I will talk about this during the articulation, but I like that his shirt is covering his joints. Polaris Kai has two joints, one on the upper torso and the lower torso, or his waist. And a lot of times it's not covered, so you have a lot of gapping issues. What I like most about this figure is that the clothing actually cover it. Yes, the articulation will be limited, but it makes the figure look more, I guess you could say, realistic. So before I forget, I also want to mention that I love the detailing and wrinkles on his jacket and sleeves. It's also all around his pants as well. Again, it adds a little more realistic feel to this figure. Now let's talk about the lower portion of this figure. Very nice paintwork again. The detailing on his belt is very nice. It's all sculpted, not just painted. Here's his signature lion symbol. Nicely sculpted. It's more of a metallic paint. The furs on his waist piece is soft plastic, as well as this other waist piece. I actually don't know what this is called, but one bad thing about it is, I don't want to say bad thing about it, but it's not posable. It's actually just a soft plastic that's glued onto the waist. These straps, nice paintwork of a glossy black with silver metallic paintwork. Again, wrinkles all around the body, or I mean the pants. As for his shoes, nice silver buttons all around his shoe. Here's the bottom of his shoe and the back. The lower portion of his pants is soft plastic, which makes posability or articulation a little better, but it does restrict some movement. And I'll get to that once I talk about the articulation. But yeah, overall, in terms of details, I can't complain. It looks awesome. So let's talk about the articulation, starting with his head, side to side movement. About that much. He'll look down about that much. Now, when looking up, his hair will get in the way. You can kind of adjust it. There are two joints on the lower portion of the neck and the upper portion of the neck. So that's as far up. You also turn his head 360. Very posable as far as his head goes. Moving on to his arms, he could go about that high for his arm, about that low. As far as elbow articulation, about that much, just a little beyond a 90-degree angle. That's how far back you can go. Of course, there's also some articulation for his wrist as well. You also rotate the wrist all the way around. You also turn his forearm around as well. Moving on to the torso, I did mention already that the clothing will restrict some articulation, but that's about how far down he could bend. That's how far up, some side to side, some rotation. I bet you could turn this all the way around, but I'm not going to do it. I'm always afraid of breaking the joints or loosening joints. That's the last thing you want to do for over $100 figure. So again, a lot of restriction, especially for the upper torso. Waist has a little bit more movement, but still restricted because of the lower portion of the clothing. Next would be the feet. It could go about that far before the soft plastic fur on his waist will get in the way. Let's check the other side. Same thing. Not a full split, but still good range of movement. Let's see how far his knee could bend. There are two joints, so good range of movement there. That's how far forward he could kick up. That's how much he could move his feet forward. That's how much he can move it backwards. Now, something that's unique about this figure is that there is a rotation for his right foot or left foot, depending on which angle. I mean, left foot if he's looking at the back view, right foot if you're looking at this figure from the front. But there are no rotation for his left, which is strange, but I mean, I guess that's okay. There are some limitations. I mean, I wish you could rotate both feet, but you can only rotate this. It will look a little strange if you don't align the wrinkles correctly. So just keep that in mind. As far as the ankle goes, that's how far down in. That's how far up. It's a lot of restriction because of the soft plastic of the pants. There's no, you can't bend the toe up whatsoever. It's a solid piece. You turn the feet to about there before the soft plastic gets in the way. And again, about right there. Soft plastic will get in the way. Here's just a quick comparison with an older model of the Squall from Dissidia. This is an older Player's Kai figure that came out, I think, early 2000s or something. I can't remember. This is the newer model. As you can see, big difference in terms of quality, detail, even the height. I know he is on a stand, makes him a little bit taller, but even so, the size difference is, it's like night and day. Here's another comparison with the Kingdom Hearts 3 Player's Kai Sora. The stand does make Squall look a little bit taller, but the size difference is still noticeable. And the final comparison is with the Player's Kai Cloud from Advent Children, both on a stand, so you can see that Squall is relatively short in height. Cloud is a little bit taller, but it could be due to his spiky hair. Final thoughts on this figure, it's awesome. From the sculpt work to the paint work to even his signature gunblade, all of it is great. But the thing is, I can't really recommend this figure to just anyone. Reason being is because the price point for this figure is so high. I already mentioned that it's around $120 to $130, not including shipping, so you're looking upwards to $150. That's almost as much as a Hot Toys, which usually Hot Toys goes for around $200 actually. 200, 250 if I recall. I don't personally collect them, but I do check them out here and there. And for the price point of that, $150 for this figure, I wouldn't recommend him, honestly. You can save that money to buy the Player's Kai Sephiroth or a Player's Kai Cloud figure or Noctis. He's very popular since that is the newly released Final Fantasy game. For me, I got this figure because if I haven't mentioned already, Final Fantasy VIII was my first Final Fantasy game I ever played. So Squall was one of my favorite characters within RPG. So that's why I got him. But unless you're a huge fan of this character or you're a huge fan of Final Fantasy VIII in general, then pick him up. If not, you could definitely skip him. Save your money for something else that's more worth it. But that's my opinion on this figure. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. As always, if you like what you see, hit the like button. I always love to support. And feel free to subscribe to my channel to keep updated with all my videos. I am expecting future figures, not only Player's Kai, but some Funko Pops, other scale figures as well. But like I always say, I appreciate the support. Have an awesome day.